let's go with Marvel. So Marvel announced a few things. They announced, I think, 4 movies total, maybe more.
I think it
Um,
was 3.
3 movies. Well, they announced 3 untitled movies, and then they announced Ant-Man and the Wasp, the sequel to the Ant-Man movie, as well.
Yeah, which
So
got placed in Phase 3. Huh?
okay, they got placed in Phase 3. Um, and there was one more. I thought there was something else that got announced. No, might
Well, there
not.
were rumors about Inhumans getting canceled.
Yeah, so Inhumans being canceled, and also the Black Panther finding a writer. So some things happen here. So let's start with the Wasp, or Ant Man and the Wasp. Some people don't like the name. Some people embrace the name. Um, some people are. We were before when I remember. I think me and you were saying this movie doesn't need a sequel. It introduced the character. I think we were kind of in the same boat where we didn't love the movie. We liked it, but it wasn't like this
I th
praise that everybody was giving it.
Yeah, I think I liked it a little more than you did
Okay.
because when I think about it more, it's like, you know what, this movie actually gets a little better over time, but
Maybe I have to see it
still,
again.
still, I don't think it's as great as many people are saying
Yeah,
it
like
is.
people were saying this is better than Age of Ultron. I think we both disagree on that. I believe.
Yeah,
So
like people that despise Age of Ultron, which I just
yeah,
don't understand.
I don't either. So there was a teaser that happened at the end of Ant Man. Spoiler, where the Wasp, Evangeline Lilly's
Hope Van
character,
Dyne.
Hope Van Dyne, sees a costume. My biggest problem is she's not the Wasp. Whatever, we'll get around that. She's not the Wasp, but they're gonna make her the Wasp. That's the Wasp's
Right.
daughter, whatever. And I think she's a bad guy in the comics at this point, but whatever. So Hope Van Dyne, and I guess what they're doing is now it's a team up of both of them being together. And the one thing I want from this is make her very much more like the actual Wasp,
Janet.
like Janet, because Janet was bubbly, fun. I don't see her getting
Yeah.
into that character. She's more serious, but I think that her bubbly attitude. But my my problem is that okay. So Scott Lang is the Ant-Man that they chose.
Yeah.
Scott Lang is more of the fast talking, wisecracking guy. Hank
Hmm.
Pym was the serious Ant-Man, and
Yeah.
Janet was like the wisecracking, very bubbly side character, like sidekick. I feel like they
Uh-huh.
switched their roles around, and now the Evangeline Lilly character, Hope Van Dyne, is the serious character, and then Scott Lang is going to be the wisecracking kind of guy.
Right.
I'm cool with that. And I'm even cool with giving the title. I don't get what people hated the title. I mean, it puts a female character's name in the damn title of a movie, which we definitely need.
Yeah.
It means that
Especially
she'll have.
since
What happened?
something happened to Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Especially since Captain
Which
Marvel got
pushed back.
unnecessarily pushed, I gotta
Yes,
say.
way, but like 8, 9 months. It's insane. Um, and so it makes me feel like Evangeline Lilly is going to get more development. She'll play more of a role.
Hmm.
So what did you think about this? I mean, you liked this
Um,
character more, but what did you think?
well, let me address the whole Captain Marvel thing first. It got pushed to March of 2019, 2 months before the big MCU finale, Infinity War Part 2, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it was resting on November, which there was nothing.
They
There
didn't.
was no.
They didn't replace it with anything. It was very
Yeah, there's
weird.
no need to. And I mean, they did push up Black Panther to February.
Black History Month, of course, makes sense. I don't know if people thought about
Okay,
it like that.
okay.
It makes sense.
But
to me.
anyway, that like I'm disappointed we have to wait a little more for Captain Marvel. I'm cool that we're getting Black Panther sooner.
It does worry me
Uh,
because of the rumors of Inhumans now. It does worry me if we're pushing this back just so maybe we could slowly phase it out.
well, I think the Inhumans rumor is false. Like I think they're still going.
I have something to say about that when we get to it. But yeah, they
We'll,
also.
we get to it.
So-
But anyway, back to Ant-Man and the Wasp. I really dig the title because
It feels like a one
I
shot.
think
Like in
it
comics,
does,
a
but
one-off.
I think that I dig the title because Wasp is a character that just needs to be in the universe quicker and needs to be more in profile than being a side character.
And let's be honest.
Even if it's Hope and not Janet, the fact that we get the Wasp at all, I think is good.
Hmm.
Um, and what you saying about the that Hope is very stern and serious,
Yeah.
as opposed to Janet's usual traits, which are like
Well,
bubbly and fun.
yes.
I would think I would say that maybe she could lighten up in Ant-Man and the Wasp, because throughout Ant-Man, Hope did have this chip on her shoulder that she was upset at Hank. So maybe since that's all resolved, there will be she'll have the chance to basically lighten up a bit.
Maybe. I mean, I
Uh,
hope so because I think we don't have anybody like Janet in this universe right now. Because
yeah,
Black Widow's super serious. She's like every female
yeah,
character in this universe. Kobe Smulders as Maria Hill, super serious.
yeah.
Every female
Black
super
Widow,
serious.
Maria Hill, Scarlet Witch, Gamora.
They're all serious.
Hmm.
So it would have been cool to have Janet or a character like her, bubbly, fun, wanting to be a hero, wanting to like have fun with it, knowing how
Yeah.
awesome it is to be it. It would be cool. So hopefully she'll be able to embrace that. I know we get that. We are getting that from Scott Lang. We got that from the
Right.
movie, and from what I heard about the Civil War trailer, he's still like that fanboy. So like that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Um, Now, I before we move on to Inhumans, I actually thought up of something that probably could have made Ant-Man like in the MCU work better. Um, okay, say like in Phase 1, rather than Iron Man 2, we get Ant-Man with we get Ant-Man set back in like the 70s or something with Hank Pym and Janet. Huh?
in this
Phase
movie.
1.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no Iron Man 2, but put in Ant-Man there. And then in phase then Hank Pym a is more of a like he's older, and he pops up like as a side character in some of the other Marvel movies. And then he he helps create Ultron in Age of Ultron.
Oh, there was what you're saying makes perfect sense, but they
And
somehow
then
did not want. I don't know. It's weird. 'Cause, yeah, it
yeah,
makes
and then
sense.
well, I was just say like, and then because he, I had a good idea, but now I'm just kind of
No,
muddling it.
but what you're saying makes sense. Like if we introduce him, let's say around Iron Man 2, around that time, or even in Captain America: The First Avenger, if he appeared somehow in there,
Yeah,
any actor, and then you could have still got Michael Douglas later on, but any actor, he appears. You have him keep kind of fate like coming in, even when they're talking about the initiative or when they're thinking about Ultron. Like you keep phasing him in. When in the Ant Man movie, what's happening might feel more impactful to me. People love that movie somehow, but like for me, it would have been
yeah,
more impactful if like, oh, this is oh now it makes sense. He can't be Ant Man. He's old. Like you know what I mean? Like that would have been
right.
cool. I don't know. There's a couple things they could have did, but
Well, it's like he's like he can't be Ant-Man anymore because he's old. But I still want to help make the world a better place. Tony and I have devised this program that could make the world a better place. Oh shit, that program went haywire, tried to destroy the world with a meteor, broke up the Avengers. So now I feel like I gotta lay responsibility on someone else.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have to see Ant Man again. Maybe I'll like it a lot more the second time. Um,
Right.
but another thing that happened was we finally we got a writer for Black Panther. There was a writer announced,
Hmm.
and it was the writer. Where's the writer? Robert Cole, or Joe Robert Cole. It's worth noting. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know what he's done though. Uh, Let me
I
look
think
at.
they, from what I've read, if you find more info on it, you could correct me. But he's like one of their in-house writers.
Yep, in-house writer, and he has done nothing. He was the guy that was going to be writing. I guess he's done like he's left his mark. Like he's like done rewrites and stuff for certain scripts, and but none of his original stuff. So, yeah, so he's supposed to be writing the Inhumans as well. So yeah, we have a writer, not a household name or anything, but felt like mentioning that. And let's get over to the Inhumans. So there's
Yeah,
a
because
rumor.
you have something to say.
Well, there are some rumors going around about the Inhumans movie being canceled, right? And
Yeah.
the Inhumans have never been something that I'm interested in from the comics. I don't really like them that much in the comics. I know a lot of people do love them. I didn't even know the Inhumans were old school until like I looked them up. They have like an old school run. The new Inhumans, I'm not like this big fan of, but I don't read too much Marvel new stuff like that. So I don't know how awesome they are, but I don't know. They don't interest me. But watching Agents of Shield, which I know you watch, Alexander,
Yeah.
man, they are making the Inhumans awesome to me. Like I am 100% interested in this, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait for these guys to make appearances in the movie universe. And then, according to Bleeding Cool over at Comic Con, there were some rumors going around that
Yeah.
Marvel Studios has canceled the Inhumans movie, which is currently scheduled for a summer of 2019 release. Now,
Right after Infinity War Part 2.
right after Infinity War Part 2. So, I don't know if many people remember, but Kevin Feige and the former, or the head of Marvel, or not the head of Marvel, but the guy that he reported to, kind of had some issues, and Marvel Studios decided to give Feige more control and give can't remember what his name is. What's his name? Ike Perlmutter. He is a Marvel CEO. Supposedly he was making things very difficult for Feige, directors, actors, all this other stuff. So Marvel Studios decided that now Feige doesn't have to report to him anymore. That he's going to report directly to Disney, the head of Disney, or
Yeah.
people at the heads of people at Disney. Now Perlmutter handles the TV universe only when it comes to any live action stuff. He handles the TV stuff, so the Netflix stuff, the spin-off shows, whatever TV stuff is happening. Now it's looking like this might be, according to this rumor, there might be some bad blood, which with him and not liking what happened, that he's in charge of the TV part of it. Either he doesn't want this to happen, or Feige doesn't want this to happen.
Well,
Because it says here, let me start finding it. It says bad blood and internal politics. According to Bleeding Cool, the Inhumans movie is a victim of the internal battle between Feige and Ike Perlmutter, and that was the film most pushed to the Marvel TV universe is most pushing. That's the biggest movie that they're pushing, introducing characters in it and all of that. And I guess Perlmutter wants to keep it that way and keep those characters on the TV. Again, this is all rumors, but there's a bunch of stuff here and an article, and I buy it. For some reason, I buy it because they are mentioning some heavy. They're giving speculations to some heavy hitting Inhuman characters, and I'm like, are you gonna cast TV actors for some of these heavy hitting Inhuman characters and then give them a movie? Because like, can you have an Inhumans movie and honestly not include Daisy or certain characters from the TV show? Like, Daisy's like one of the main people in the Marvel in the Agents of Shield that is pro Inhumans. Can she? Will they move her to movies later on? Like, I'm just thinking like it makes sense that since Perlmutter and Feige, according to this, don't get along because of what happened, and he controls the TV deal, that maybe he's making things a bit difficult. He made things difficult before, according to the rumors, when it came to movie deals or movie directors and actors. Could like, you don't believe this is gonna happen, but could he just be making shit difficult just to be a dick right now, like just to be mean?
Well, we are talking about the same guy who said, let's cancel Fantastic Four and X-Men because we don't have the movie rights.
Yeah, he was behind that, where he's like, well, you know what? He did. He is the guy that makes shit difficult with Fox as well. Yeah, could it be that he's being just an asshole right now, and he's like, you know what? You want to take this away from me? We're gonna make it TV versus film now. Like,
I don't want to like. It's so like, I don't want to really say if he is, but the way this all plays out, like it's like you guys are fighting over. You guys are on the same team. Huh?
Nobody's making extra money from this. Like,
Yeah, if you guys just cooperate, things will work out for everybody. Yeah? And also, I like say that the Inhumans rumor. It was like saying no, Inhumans is still going.
can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? You hear me?
Oh yeah, I think I lost you for. Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
But it just I don't know. It's just so so
Weird.
nonsensical. Like I'm sure there are details that we don't know about.
Definitely.
But it's kind of frustrating, honestly. Yeah, that
I mean, it is weird to me that that the Inhumans movie is like 4 to 5 years away, and they're introducing them already in the TV show, and it's awesome. I love the TV show now. Like
Yeah.
I think Agents of Shield this season is like coming off to a bang, and I'm like, it's probably one of my favorite. It's like one of my favorite things on TV, and people should definitely check it out now. And I just feel like they're introducing them very early. A major villain. I mean, you saw the episode 2. That's a major dude right there. A major
Flash?
henchman. He's a major henchman in the comics.
Oh.
Like he would have been like, who's the girl that Gamora fights in? He would be like Nebula.
Oh, yeah, Nebula.
He would be like he's that for the Inhumans character. Like he's a major side henchman. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, it might make sense. It could just be Perlmutter making things difficult for a while, but since the movie's so far away, maybe Feige and them don't really pay him any mind right now. They're like, well, we don't have to make this for like 2 years. We're good.
Well, it's also weird because Feige has some involvement with Agent Carter since she started out in the movies.
Yeah, which we are. Yeah, that is true. Because her character does appear in the movies, and
Yeah.
we are getting a season 2 to that. I just hope that he's not gonna Perlmutter and Feige aren't gonna like, or Perlmutter doesn't make things difficult with all characters. There's Punisher we want
I
to see in
hope-
the movies, Daredevil we want to see in the movie. Like, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought we could talk about that for a little bit. Just
Well,
Oh.
one thing I wanted to ask about Lash. Did you think that he looked like if Sonic the Hedgehog had sex with a vampire from Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
everybody had like some really strong hate for this, for his like makeup and stuff. I didn't hate it. His spikes on the back are way too long. They're not that long in the comics. He mostly has them
Right.
around his head. So I don't know why they made him have like the Sonic the Hedgehogs down his back type of thing.
Well,
But
I'm not saying, I'm not like really being hateful to it because again, it's TV. There's only so much you could do on a TV budget.
I mean, they chose to make him blue. There's a few things that they chose that you're like, well, yeah, you took some. Like I said, I don't really care about the Inhumans, but they took some liberations and made him different. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I love Agents of Shield and the TV universe right now. So I want to see these things work better. But if they decide we're gonna do the first ever, if the Inhumans is going to TV, be a straight TV event or something, I don't know. Maybe that'd be interesting, I guess. Or maybe it might suck. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, if they decided we're gonna make a 2-hour movie event of Inhumans in 2 years now instead of 4, and then
Yeah.
maybe a major event before, kind of like before Infinity War. You know what I mean? Would you be
Yeah.
would you be okay with that? I mean, even though it's gonna have a lower budget,
I
but you can
guess
bring
so.
in some Guardians character. Maybe they get Chris Pratt to show up or somebody. I don't know. Be interesting.
I don't think it's weird because Chris Pratt was still. I think Chris Pratt is more high profile now.
Yeah, but
to
I mean,
where-
he loves TV. He did Parks and Rec or whatever he was on for
Yes,
so long.
well, I mean, we'll just see what happens. Like if they ultimately do say, yeah, we're canceling Inhumans, that's like, I mean, it would kind of suck, but at the same time, it's like,
Not many
well, at
people
least
know
Black
about that.
Panther and Captain Marvel are still there.
And they did announce 3 other movies with no dates in 2020. So we'll
Yeah,
see what.
well, no,
those...
I think they had dates, just no names.
Oh yeah, they had full dates but no names. We'll see what those are. People
Yeah.
are expecting like 2 of them to be sequels and maybe 1 new property. We'll find out.